What up with y'all? It's the Mental Ninja, chilling out, man. Just posted up. Yeah, I was gonna do a little video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. It might be 10, 15, 20, who knows. Being that I just watched the George Floyd video, and that shit fucked me up. That shit fucked me up real bad, bro. I didn't know how serious that shit was. Like the cop had his it's just fucking horrible, man. Just watching what's going on with this shit with Aubrey, and now this shit with fucking George. You know, of course, I don't know these dudes, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the cops. I don't know the niggas that shot fucking Aubrey and shit. What I do know is that I'm just tired of seeing this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that cop literally had his neck, his knee on his neck for 8 whole minutes that we can see on the video. Who knows how long it was going before that, you know, and the dude's begging him, George's begging him, you know, he can't breathe, he's saying please and stuff, asking if they gonna kill him and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like, man, like, and the other cop trying to block the way so they can't film it in a way and stuff. They telling people to get back and stuff, and it's like, bro, like that shit right there, man, fuck that shit. Straight up. If they about to kill a nigga, people should be able to stop them. Straight the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what the hell's going on and shit, man. If the cops ain't in imminent danger and shit, and they just want to fucking wrestle with a dude and shit, and they gonna kill him because they want to wrestle with him, and people watching it, they should be able to intervene, man. Cops ain't sovereign like that, bro. They're not above the fucking law, bro. They're supposed to uphold the law and shit, and that's the law they have to abide under. Straight up, man. They're fucking here to protect us, you know what I'm saying? But of course, you know, I'm black, bro. I already know the deal. You know, I've been racially profiled hella fucking times and shit, nigga. I've been to jail fucking shitload of times. You know what I'm saying? I ran from cops. I done all kind of stuff, man. But none of the stuff I did, you know, really warranted any cop, you know, killing me. You know what I'm saying? Just because they didn't want to deal with a certain hassle or argument or you know, resisting arrest. Like, resisting arrest, they're like trying to they're killing motherfuckers over that shit, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's just fucked up, man, you know. So yeah, they had the knee on the dude on George's neck for like 8 minutes, bro. 8 whole minutes, and he was passed out for like 4 of those minutes. So like, you know, he was fighting and stuff, like to catch his breath or to breathe and stuff, you know, in the position he was in. And it's like, it wasn't to the point where he wasn't trying to get away. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to like obey, you know, follow the cops' directions and shit, and still not like fight for his own life. That shows how fucking serious that situation was and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure it would have looked like George believed that if he cooperated, that they would, you know, get off his neck and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, and the whole analogy, just like the whole, you know, symbolism of a white cop on top of a black man's neck and shit. That shit's like, it's like we've been knowing this shit, and like white folks watching, they have their own reactions, but like, nigga, you don't know this shit. You don't know this shit at all. You know what I'm saying? You're not racially profiled and shit on a regular basis. You're not fucking, you know, motherfucker, I'm walking down the street and somebody gonna grab a chick, gonna grab her purse or lock her car, like I'm gonna go up in it and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's the stigmas and stuff, you know? And yeah, there's gonna be fucking chaos because of this, man, because people are tired. And it's not even, and the thing is, these young people, bro, I'm 38 years old. I've been watching this shit since I was a kid, since I moved back to the States when I was a kid. I didn't grow up all the way in the States when I was younger, but I moved back here, and I learned quickly what it was. You know, my dad told me 3 things. He told me, I was like in this third or fourth grade. He was like, son, you got 3 strikes against you. 1, because you're black. 2, because you're a black man, a black male. And 3, because you're an educated black male. And it was like, when he told me that shit, I understood it was not good, but I didn't understand like exactly what he meant. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I knew nothing about the hood. I knew nothing about the ghettos. I knew nothing about the black culture and shit. I was like tucked away in a little fucking military, you know, family and shit, living in a base that don't even exist. And prior to that, I went to an all-white school. I was the only black person in it. So I did have like an experience in my own sense of what it's like to be black, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like from the aspect of interacting with other African Americans outside of my family or people that lived on my base or whatever and shit. And it was crazy, bro. Like, and I'm watching the cop, he just posted, like, I don't give a fuck. And the other little Asian cop keep talking about, don't do drugs, don't do drugs. Like, why? Drugs kill people? That shit ain't drugs killing somebody. That's a fucking cop killing somebody. a person who swore an oath to uphold and protect the people and shit. And it's like, you know, this shit's foul, dog. Like the whole system. Like I'll be sitting back watching it from a different, from a depolarized perspective. I see what's going on, bro. I be seeing it. I see it from a scientific, you know, saying experiment, carry out an experiment. That's why I look at it as. You know, I see the funding of, you know, black communities with flooding with them guns and drugs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I understand the correlation of the civil rights movement and the introduction of crack cocaine and stuff, and the introduction and the moving on to like the hip hop industry and the film industry and stuff to curb and control and manipulate and program and lead black communities and black youth to behave in certain pre-designed behaviors and to teach them pre-designed ideas and stuff to reinforce a certain system. You know what I'm saying? I understand the need for like the Contras and shit, and to suppress black people with crack cocaine and drugs and stuff, and then to use the prison industry as like monetize the prison industry off of black labor. And of course, like we're not the only ones in prison, but like, you know, when like the stats are something around like, you know, African Americans equal like 14% of the total population, and like over more than 50 or 60 or 70% of the black population males is going to be incarcerated or is incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? That shows like there's only like, you know, 30 to 40% of African American males that are, for one, free. Probably less than that, 20%, 20%, 25% African American males in the total population are illegal. Well, that means that they have all their rights. You know what I'm saying? So like the shit hits from all different sides, and then, you know, and I already see the outcome of this. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty at all. Motherfuckers, niggas gonna be tripping out there in Minneapolis. Niggas probably gonna be tripping in other states too, in other cities too. And that's gonna reinforce, oh, we gotta lock them down even further and stuff. So it's a horrible system. And it's like, Pac was right, you know, it's a setup. You know what I'm saying? We ain't meant to survive. It's a setup and stuff. And then like, and on top of that, we selling the shit to our own population and stuff. We actually do kill more people that are African American. Blacks kill more blacks than any other culture and shit in America. But like the thing that there's a line between that though. It's like we don't swear oaths to uphold the law. We don't go to training. You know what I'm saying? We just have our training is what we grow up in. You know what I'm saying? Our training is the culture we're introduced to, and we're the culture that's propagated towards to us and stuff, and marketed towards to us, and advertised to us and stuff. Buy this, buy that. You know what I'm saying? And like that shit's just fucking horrible, man. It's just I'm honestly sick of this shit, bro. I'm hella past sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I like see a cop, I already know when niggas, white folks don't even get it, bro. Like they don't. Other cultures don't get it. Not even Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? They may understand it a little bit, but like you gotta fuck your heritage back down in Mexico. Like you can just boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? We completely separated, cut off from whatever heritage we could have had. Our heritage really begins in Africa, in America, and it's a warped and chaotic one at that. You know what I'm saying? And like just watching this shit go down, bro. Just knowing what the fuck's gonna happen. I'm watching this shit. I'm watching the Minneapolis thing on like World Star and shit, and I'm seeing like a lot of Africans. You know, they have this one African nigga. He was like, I'm like, nigga, like you still got a heavy accent and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we born in this shit, nigga. We bred into this shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, but at the same time, you here now. So when they stop you, they gonna stop you. One reason they hear your voice, they gonna ease up on you because they know you ain't Americanized and shit. You ain't American born and shit. They don't hear you're African. They'll ease up on you. But when they interact with just a nigga, a black man and shit from America, they already got their preconceived thoughts. So the system's set up against us on so many fucking fronts and stuff, man. It's like we're cornered in, and then we're fighting ourselves within that. But like I said, we didn't take no oath. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, I know they tired. I know the youth have been hearing about it and this shit. If anybody knows anything about 90s music and 80s and 90s hip hop, that's all we talked about is the fucking struggle and shit. Now it's about some other, you know, money, cars, and selling crack and shit like that. And that's part of the system presented against us and stuff. And the sad thing is, it's like we're the main consumer of this own system. We're the main participant of this system that's designed to destroy us. And not even, I would even say destroy us because I feel like we're needed to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the old thing you say about Jordan, you can't control him, you can only hope to contain him and shit. I kind of feel like it's more about containment than fucking absolute control and stuff, or absolute annihilation and stuff. I feel like, being African Americans are the most widely copied culture in the entire world. Everybody want to be a rapper, everybody want to be a gangster, everybody want to be a thug, everybody want to be, the swag and the suave and shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk like us, be like us, dress like us, look like us, but don't nobody want to be us. That's the real fucked up part about the whole thing. Don't nobody want to be us. They want to act like, white folks, all my homies want to say nigga and shit. And I don't really mind it and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm past that. But nigga, you ain't trying to be the nigga though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to feel that. You know what I'm saying? And like just watching that video in 8 minutes, that shit. And the thing is, like, I feel terrible for, like, the guy, whatever guy that was, like, yelling at the cop, calling him a bum and shit. It's like, I know he wanted to do something. I felt it. I felt like if I was there, what do we do? Do we, like, fucking push this cop off him and risk going to jail and risk resisting arrest and risk, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you see how fucking terrible it is? It's a tragedy that we can't even save our own people when they're dying right in front of us from a person that's supposed to protect us. You know what I'm saying? And then if we try to protect our own cities and our own communities and stuff, like the Black Panthers, you see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just horrible. It's like, what do we do? Like, really, I'll be asking myself, what do I do and shit? Like, what is making a video gonna do nothing? You know what I'm saying? I really want to grab me a little film camera and go down to the hood and like interview niggas and put that up and act like what you guys think on both sides of like, if you a dope dealer or whatever and shit, you can wear the fucking ski mask and show some vice shit. What you think about us killing us and them killing us. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand it too, man. Like, we don't take no fucking oaths, man. We don't go through no training for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess who they want to send to fucking war, though? You know what I'm saying? We trying to get a way out, and it's like, oh, we got you a way out. We can send you to war. It's like, not even if you selling crack rock or you got wicked jump shots, like we gonna send you to war too. And if we can't get money off you and use you for war, we gonna use you in the streets. We gonna use you on the video. We gonna use you on the gram. You know what I'm saying? We gonna use you in the fashion. We gonna use you in the prison. We gonna use you to get these drugs out. They built a drug nation off the backs of black folks. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 60s, and that's funny because the 60s, all you see is the Woodstock white folks and they having a great time. They doing this, and it's all peace and love and shit. 10 years later, when it comes to drugs, it ain't no peace and love though. It's dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? And the children born into this shit, you know what I'm saying? And they're born into a system that not only is the police against them, but their own neighborhoods are against them. And like they join the gangs, and if they try to do something, they trying to find a fellowship and camaraderie, but that whole system is designed to keep us down too. You know what I'm saying? Like the gangs, like, man, it's fucking crazy. And you know what would happen if they had a positive gang? That shit would get deaded. That shit would get stopped real quick. It ain't about positivity. It's about the system. Obviously, is designed to fucking, keep the fucking knee or the boot on our necks and shit. I'm a 4-time convicted felon, bro. Like literally, I remember thinking one day, I was like, when I moved back to Vegas and I'm living at my mom's house and my son is like 18 months old. I'm looking at him, I'm like, damn, like, nigga, I remember thinking like, man, what if like it was just me taking care of him? I didn't have my mom helping and shit, with the felonies and stuff. Like, what if I couldn't feed my son? What am I gonna do? Feed him some dollar bills and shit, feed him some coins and shit. Nah, I would have to fucking get the food. If I don't have a job, my son needs to eat, I would have to steal that shit if nobody would help me and shit. And then if I steal this shit, I get caught. You know what they gonna do? They gonna take me to jail and they gonna feed me for free. You see that shit? You know what I'm saying? I remember thinking like, man, I'm a felon, man. I can't even like, I have 161 IQ, straight the fuck up, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I can't even get the good job that I need to provide for my son. So my son is a felon as well, straight up. My mom has guardianship, so he has a better quality of life just because of that, because of her accessibility to proper good employment and resources and stuff. She's not a felon, but she's been at her job for like 20 something, 30, almost 30 years and shit. Either way, like when he comes live with me, man, like I'm gonna protect my house with a fucking butter knife, nigga, and a bat. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can't own no firearms. I can't, get a job in places that, I have a good job though. And I won't say that the shit limits me and shit. I have a good paying job and stuff. But is it my ideal job? No. No, of course not. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the things I would like to do because of my felony. I understand that I agreed to the terms, but at the same time, it's like I had no choice but to agree to the terms. Straight up. There was like no other alternative and shit in a sense. Yeah, I committed the crimes. Yeah, I did that shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, the extended punishment is like 7 fucking years. I'm still waiting 4 years, 3 to 4 years to get my felonies expunged, clemency in Florida, and they ain't budging. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, until then, yeah, I gotta make do with what I got. And I'm grateful to God that I'm able to. I'm grateful for the program Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff. I'm grateful that, for the OTO for letting me, participate and be amongst them and be a brother, a man and a brother and stuff. But at the same time, like, that George Floyd, that's me. That's my dad. That's my son. That's my brother. That's my coworker. He's a black man. And it's fucked up to say that, even though I know, we all one race, human race and shit. But in America, bro, it ain't no fucking one race. We might say that shit. We might say that proud to be an American, but we ain't proud to be Americans, nigga. We hate Americans. We hate each other more than any other country hates. They talk shit. That's really all they do, because ain't nobody coming over here trying to fight nobody. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We doing that shit to ourselves. And we promulgating and propagating this separation shit. We blaming Trump, we blaming this people and that people. What we doing is we keeping this shit going. We keeping this shit going. It's like we're not creating a system where people who have been, in prison or felonies and stuff that have no education. This is the fucked up part, is that when you go to prison, you ain't getting no activities. You got yard, you got cards, you got dominoes, you got exercising, you got rapping and beating on your fucking wall and shit, battles and shit, and a rider here and there, some fades here and there. But like, you really ain't got no program. It's gonna take you a minute to get to program. Well, at least in Nevada State, NDOC, it takes you a minute to get to program. I was in fucking prison for fucking 7 months before I saw a program. And then like, they ain't really teaching you nothing, bro. Get you a high school diploma for what, nigga? Bro, like 3 or 4 years after that, when I was in 2012, after I'd been out of prison, I was living in Florida. I was able to go to college, and I took this class called ethics. Shit changed my life, bro. It changed the way I saw the world. I'm sitting there thinking in class. I'm like the only felon in class. I'm like, why aren't they teaching us this in like elementary school or middle school? Why aren't they teaching us ethics then? You know what I'm saying? Logic and morals and shit, you know what I'm saying? They don't teach us that shit. That's a fucking college curriculum for some specialized education. Like thinking right and knowing, how to come to sound judgments is extracurricular. Like that shit should be taught at fucking before we learn about ball earth, flat earth, fucking Columbus, before we learn about the fucking Romans and the Cathars and all this dumbass shit, before we learn about any fucking thing that has to do with history, we should be taught ethics. That should be the main purpose of school. But it's not, because they don't want you thinking. They don't want you weighing out situations and using critical thought and using sound logic and sound, cogent, valid, and what's the other one? Ethical reasoning. They want you just fucking cooperating. They want you following lines, fall in line and shit, and be prepped for the fucking workforce. And the workforce consists of, you gonna be selling drugs, you gonna get you a 9 to 5, you gonna fucking be in prison, you gonna be an athlete, you gonna be something to be marketed upon, something to be capitalized upon, something to be used as cattle and shit. And then we see George fucking Floyd choke to death, man. And the crazy thing is like on it's like on World Star. Like I like watch the man die. I've watched like I sat up all night sometimes back in the days watching live like niggas getting their heads blow off and shit and chopped up with fucking chainsaw. Everybody probably seen that one and shit. And beat by mobs and burned up and shit and all kind of crazy shit, man. But like we watching a man, you know what I'm saying? Cops ain't got no masks on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like really people in my communities and all faith. And on Facebook, they be mad at me because I ain't wearing no fucking mask. I speak out against, I'm not wearing no fucking mask. I'm not afraid and shit. And they like, you're part of the problem. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking coronavirus, nigga. Straight the fuck up. I'm a fucking African-American male. You know what I'm saying? When the coronavirus shit gone, I'm gonna still have to fucking watch my ass when police pull me over. I'm gonna have to fucking have my heart jumps every time I see the cops. I ain't done shit wrong in years. I already know the game. I already know what to expect. And if I get pulled over, the first thing I'm gonna hit him was I'm in AA. I'm sober. I got like so many X amount of time sober, so they can already know, like, you know, so they can have some information to go against what they already gonna be thinking. He probably got a gun. He probably got some drugs. He probably did something. He probably about to do something. He probably doing something we don't know about it, and we gonna fucking find out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the conversation, yeah, they were a little bit more lenient on me, but I had to fucking, like, basically, I had to fucking manipulate their ass into leniency. That's not how it should be, bro. I'm a fucking sovereign man. I'm a grown man and shit. I have a father, I have a son. And I gotta fucking, like, really play a fucking certain acting role in my own life amongst people that can take my life. People that can imprison me, people that can harass me and shit just because they got a fucking badge. And their sovereignty is recognized by the state. My sovereignty ain't recognized by the state. My voice ain't recognized by the state. The state hasn't imbued me with fucking firearm privileges and handcuffs and batons and mace. You know what I'm saying? And they're supposed to be protecting people that need it, and they do that. But at the same time, once you kill one motherfucker unjustly, all that shit goes out the fucking window, bro. All that shit gone. That shit don't mean shit from Shinola. And I'm just watching this shit, bro. I'm watching the man get killed, bro. The fucking I was in tears, bro. I mean, I was like crying, like boo crying, but I was like, it was more like tears of like I understand how the fucked up understanding of what I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? The sadness of what I'm witnessing and shit. The sadness of what's to come. The sadness of the more people in Minneapolis that's gonna be going to jail over this shit. You know what I'm saying? They wrong for not being happy about this shit. You know, and I'm watching now, I'm like, where's this man's family? How are they feeling? And they can fuck a coronavirus. If you watch this, you scared of coronavirus, fuck your virus, nigga. Straight up. And if you mad at me for saying that shit, fuck you too. Fuck your feelings, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, put a mask on, a fucking cop ain't gonna beat you and fucking choke you out because you got a mask on? That's a real fucking, that's not an invisible enemy. That's a real one. And the enemy is your fucking skin color. They see you, you become coronavirus. They got a mask too, it's called a knee, it's called a fucking gun, it's called stop resisting. That's what it's called. It's just horrible. Guilty and innocent until proven guilty. Was that nigga innocent until proven guilty? Fuck no. Fuck no, bro. And I'm tired of this shit. I listen to dead prayers and I feel like almost like not a hatred, but a fucking a burning fire inside me. Like, man, this shit got to change. But we have to have a peaceful revolution. He said that nigga was you seen what he did? It was a peaceful revolution and it killed him. And now everybody else gonna be tripping and nobody gave a fuck about George Floyd before this shit. And that's the even worst part about it. It's like the man's been sensationalized through this shit. Now people mad. And even though, you know what the other worst part about it is, niggas getting shot up in Chicago, ain't nobody mad about that shit because we okay with that shit. The system's designed as fuck niggas. I wanna fuck, you know what? I feel like I might start me a little fucking group with the word niggas in it. So when they come on the news, they gonna be saying niggas. Yeah, I want the motherfuckers to identify. I want the motherfuckers to recognize that, man. I refuse to be called a nigger. I refuse that when the motherfucker I say nigga and you get offended, that's your own motherfucking fault. You're offended I'm not keeping it in the context that it used to be kept in. I say nigga all the fucking time. I say that shit in the A means. I even call my fucking bishop in the OTO a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And in a joking manner, he a white man and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm tired of this shit, dog. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of knowing like my brothers and sisters, man, aren't getting the education they need. My brothers and sisters aren't getting the training they need. My brothers and sisters aren't getting the fucking the opportunities they need. But man, look, I live in Vegas, right? I live in the Southwest side. Over all this shit, check this out. Check this out, man. The West Side been around since like the 30s and the 40s, right? I might fucking drive out there tomorrow and shit and do a video and shit and show you the difference of fucking how empty ass, old ass, abandoned fucking shopping malls and shit, fucking businesses and shit, big ass plots of desert land and shit, been around for 60, 70 years and shit, right? Over here I live at near Rose Ranch, this bitch didn't even exist 10 years, 15 years ago. It was fucking desert and hills and shit, little mini mountains and plateaus and shit. Now it's a fucking thriving fucking who knows, millions of homes, thousands of homes, hundreds of thousands, who fucking knows, homes built, all kind of sick, 3 or 4 Walmarts within a mile of each other and shit. They pumping money in this shit, but in the hood, nope. Nope. This shit crazy, bro. You know, watch this man die and shit. The man got his fucking neck, his knee in the man's neck. And if for a minute, it looked like he had his hands in his pocket. But you know what he was doing? He was putting pressure on his fucking thigh with his hand and a fist to apply more pressure to fucking George's fucking neck, bro. I seen this. I had to rewind this shit. I'm like, this nigga got his hand in his pocket, like he just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Chilling at the fucking beach and shit. Standing in line, waiting to check out with his hands in his pocket. Sitting at the fucking bench at the bus with his hands in his pocket. Nah, the nigga was doing this. He was pushing down his fucking to apply more pressure and shit. I don't give a fuck if there's an Asian cop there, nigga. Asians one of the worst motherfuckers out of all of them. They love to copy niggas. They Steph Curry and jerseys and all this shit, dressed like us with fucking gold teeth and shit, hats and shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to be a nigga though. Nobody's trying to be a nigga. Nobody's trying to go down like on that boat. And it fucking breaks my heart, bro. And if we speak up, if we stand up, they don't try to knock us back down. And then when we down, we be fighting each other. Our system is fucking horrible. And I you know what? I ain't no Christian, but I pray for change. I pray for some kind of light, man. I pray for some kind of organization. I pray for something that'll relieve us of the bondage of our own color, our own skin tones. You know, we the fucking, I do believe, I ain't like on some fucking prideful, I'm not with the black pride shit, the pro-black shit, you know what I'm saying? But there's some things that need to be done within our own selves, man. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna be dying for that shit. We've been dying for it. So that ain't gonna change. We probably gonna get locked up for this shit. We've been getting locked up. So that shit ain't gonna change. This shit ain't gonna change. We still gonna be going to jail. But it's like, maybe it's time we stop fucking just allowing it to happen. By circumstance and shit. And if we gonna cause it to happen, maybe we should cause it in the fucking positive sense of liberation from our own fucking position in our society. You know what I'm saying? I got a white girlfriend. That shit don't mean shit from Shinola, my nigga. In the end of the day, I'm still a nigga. In the end of the day, my son's still fucking mixed. He's still gonna be looked at as black. I'm gonna have to have the same conversation my dad had with me. Son, you got 3 strikes against you. What do you mean, Dad? Well, it's because you're black. Why? Not because you're black, but because you're a black male. And you're an educated black male, and that's not cool unless you can be used for monetization, unless you can get some fucking paper phone to somebody's pockets, whether it be what, no matter who it is, no matter what color, as long as somebody getting paid off you a threat. No, I mean my bad. If somebody ain't getting paid off you a fucking threat. You gotta be fucking corporatized. You gotta be economized. You gotta be fucking, you know what I'm saying, horse and carriageized. It's not a word, but it is now. And they just had that fucking, and the people, the bystanders couldn't do shit. It ain't about the real white versus black thing. It's about a stigma. It's about a social economic bias against black Americans. That's what it really is. I got hella homies that's white. My sponsor white. half the motherfuckers, 95% of the motherfuckers in the OTO white. They ain't against me like that though. You know, it's a mindset though. And I can't say for sure if like when they walk on the street or if they don't have their own biased prejudices, and I don't blame them because it's a fucking mindset that we're introduced to. We're fucking conditioned in this way of thought. We're trained to react and think this way. And somewhere we gotta stop the training. We gotta stop fucking repeating the same old process. It's gonna take a lot of change. It's gonna take niggas to stop doing what they doing, but I don't even know if we can. We might be so far gone, it might not be possible. And it might be just like, I'm just gonna be the only person I'm gonna be able to save is my fucking self, which is probably the only way it's gonna work. That shit broke my heart, bro. Bro Sanchez gonna be on doing a live tomorrow. I'm gonna be on that shit, bro. I hope he do a calling, cause man, this shit breaks my heart. It do. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. And it's like I wake up in the morning, I'm driving on the street, I'll go to a meeting and I don't want to talk about this shit, but who gonna understand me? Most of the motherfuckers I go to meetings with, they white. They disconnected from the suffering. Because the stigma is in place to fucking shut off the connection to other people's suffering and shit. Everybody wanna bump Yeezy and wear Yeezys and everybody love Drake. I don't even know if that nigga black, but don't matter and shit. He's propagated towards us. He's propagated toward other people to be like us, but not to be us. And it's like, I don't know, man. This shit broke my fucking heart, watching this shit go down. I feel for the brother that was trying to help, but was like, didn't know what to do and shit. You know what I'm saying? And a little Asian cop standing there and shit. He don't even want to fucking turn and look at the shit because he gotta protect him. He gotta protect the cop. So they protecting each other, they ain't protecting us. You know what I'm saying? While they killing us. You know what I'm saying? Now I heard the FBI involved. You know what? I'm kind of glad in a way that the FBI involved with that shit and the Aubrey shit. I think the FBI should get involved with every fucking black death when it comes to fucking handle a police officer. Automatically, bro. I think that there should be fucking, there should be more fucking, there should be more focus on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is just getting old, bro. And my son gonna grow up in this shit. It's just getting old. Real old. Anyway, shout out to the whole chat from Bro Sanchez. Shout out to all the homies. You already know who you are and shit, man. But I'm gonna end this one. I'm about to do my little fucking nightly routine ritual shit, take my ass to bed, man. But like, this shit gotta change. We gotta start doing something. I don't know what we gonna do, but we gotta do something. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep educating myself. I'm gonna keep training myself outside that fucking curve, that stigma and shit, man. And hopefully some people will see it, and hopefully they'll be able to do the same thing with themselves in their own life. Because this shit gotta end. Anyway, that's all I got, man. Peace.